Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I am Pretty Paper Craft 67. And today, just for some fun, we're going to make some window journal cards. I've been having a little bit of fun time over the weekend with not having any projects to do, so I've just been trying to make a little bit of stock. And yeah, I've just been having a little play with some window journal cards. They could be greeting card ideas if you're a card maker. But yeah, very, very easy process. I am using some card blanks. This is just a single-sided one that you can do. But yeah, I've just cut some little windows in the cards and laid in some acetate and then just done some decorations. So yeah, I've got one more that I would like to do, so I think we will make one together. So I've just cut some elements ready to go. I've got some backing papers, I've got some strips of papers for my frame, a piece of acetate, and I'm just going to use some elements from the Uniquely Creative cuts that we received in the January mystery box from Paper Inspirations. So I've just got an ordinary card blank. This is Kmart ones, and these measure about 5 3/4 by 4 1/4, but any blank would do. These are smaller ones, even smaller little greeting card blanks. So, and if you didn't have card blanks, you could just simply use some cardstock to fold the size that you wanted. So the first thing I'm going to do is work out the orientation of how I'd like my card to be. And I'm going to measure a bit of a frame. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure in about 1 inch from each edge of my card, and that will create my window frame. So I'll just quickly do that. Just from each edge, I'm just leveling my ruler up on the edge of my cardstock, and then I'm just going to draw just a line. And don't worry too much about these markings on your card, because we'll be covering them up with some patterned paper. And then we'll just do this bottom here. And then I'm just going to match those lines up. From there to there, and from there to there. And the same on the top here. All right, so now I'm just going to take my craft knife. And that one there looks a bit crooked, doesn't it? We'll just straighten that one up. About like that. And then I'm just going to cut away this inner square, inner rectangle. And how is everyone today? Oh, we've just had a very, very hot weekend, this one. And today they say here in Brisbane it's going to be the worst today, so I am not looking forward to that. So I'm getting in early and getting everything done. So it's really quite early here this morning. All right, so there we go. We've just cut our little piece away, and there's our little window. Please excuse my coughing. All right, so now basically it's just laying down some patterned paper and then doing some decoration. So before I do that, I'm just going to lay my piece of acetate in place. Now, if you didn't have acetate, you could use cellophane. You could use some packaging from some supplies. You could even get a piece of laminator page and run that through your laminator, and that makes a nice sturdy piece of acetate as well. So I was just very fortunate in the sense that I found a whole packet of acetate sheets at a second-hand store for like $3 or something. So I'm pretty right for acetate at the moment. So yeah, so I've just cut a piece, no sizing, I'm eyeballing here, and I'm just going to lay that down straight over my window. So there you go. So now you've got an acetate window inside your card. And then it's just a matter of decorating. So I've just cut some strips. So I know that my frame is around about 1 inch wide. So I've cut some patterned paper strips at about 1 inch wide, and I'm just simply going to lay those down. But first of all, I just want to ink on the inside of all my pattern strips so that I've got that inked frame. And I'll just grab all 4. I don't know that I'm going to need 4 because the sizes, I might be able to get 2 sides out of 1 strip, but we will ink them all anyway, and then they're ready to go. Just like that. Actually, we might need to have to cut more because I didn't think about the inside. All right, so I'm just going to grab my glue, and I'm just simply going to glue around these areas and lay down this patterned paper. Now, if you wanted, where your corners meet, you could mitre your corners and make them, you know, look really fancy and neat, but I'm not going to worry. I'm just leveling that up to go over the edge of my frame like that, and then I'll just cut off the excess like that one. Now, can I use the same strip again? Yes, I could, because my next strip will cover that little section at the bottom and top. So we'll just use that same strip and do this side. And I'm taking it fairly close up to the edge, but I don't actually want to get the acetate with glue. I like put glue on the acetate. So I'm sort of just keeping it away from that edge just a bit. Okay, so 1, 2, we'll use this one down here for our third. And again, just gluing. About like that. Push that up just a tiny bit closer to the edge of that frame. This down here you can always trim out or cover with ink. Yeah, I've just got this tiny little strip down here which we can just easily ink up, so you won't even see that bit of white. And we'll do the top one. Just like that. And I'm going to put that down there. Just want to make sure it is on that side of my fold in my card. And I'll just trim this bit away here. Okay, so that's our front done. Now I will need to cut some more strips because I didn't think about the inside. So I'm just going to give that a bit of ink around the edge just to cover up some of those little white areas. Okay, so that is that. Now on the inside, I'm just going to put a bit more glue here. So on the inside I have cut some patterned paper as well, and I'm going to pop that down there, and then when you close it up, that's what you will sort of see. Oh, please excuse me, my asthma gets really awful when it's humid. I don't know if everybody that gets asthma gets that, but I certainly do. Yeah, well, I don't really have anything much to tell you guys today. The weekend was lovely. We just hung around the house. We didn't really do much of anything except, you know, home jobs, washing and mowing and all of that sort of stuff. So, yeah, it was a lovely weekend, and now we're back to the grind again. Well, not me, but my husband is back to the grind today. Back to work. Alright, so that's my inside page like that, and I'm just going to, because it's a white card blank, I've just got another one cut to go onto the back, so we'll pop that one down. And if you don't get right to the, well, this is optional. I will sew around the edges of mine, so if you don't get right to the edge, that's okay. It will, the sewing machine will catch that. But if you're not intending to sew, I would suggest you take it right to the edge. I've got glue everywhere. Alright, and I'll just, no, I should have inked that, shouldn't I? Not necessary, because we can sort of ink that as we come to the, when it's laid down and we're sort of going around the edge. And I'm just going to lay that down there like that, and then we can just grab the ink and just go around the edge of this piece here. And I'm just doing it roughly. Alright, so now all we need to do is fill in this middle section, and again I'm just going with the strips. I'll have to cut some more. So we'll grab, I'll grab my trimmer. I've got some patterned paper still here. So I'm just going to cut some 1-inch strips again. So I think I'll cut 3, so that's 1, 2, and one last one at 3. And then we'll just lay these strips down. I'll just give them a bit of ink so I don't forget, because I'm a bit forgetful like that. Although if you do forget, it's not too bad, because you can always ink around those inner edges of that frame, and the ink will literally just wipe off of the acetate. So if you're like me and you do tend to forget, don't worry too much about that. Alright, so we will glue this down. Now I just glue straight over the acetate. Art glitter glue will stick to just about anything, so I have had success with the art glitter glue. I can't speak for other glue on acetate, but yeah, I know art glitter glue works really well. So again, I'm leveling up with the edge of that frame, and in this section here I want it to be short of the fold, the fold down the middle, so that it doesn't stop that card from folding. So that's one. We'll do the 2 sides. Like I said, this area here, if you wanted to, you could mitre all your corners so that they don't overlap like mine do. That's a very personal choice. one there. Cut that edge off. And we can do that one there, because once again our long strip will cover up anything that hasn't been covered. Pop that one down there. And then we'll go along the top with the full strip. All right, and that is pretty much the construction of the whole thing. And then the decorating is up to yourself, how you want to decorate your journal card, greeting card, whatever you choose to use it for. All righty. And now I'll just go around and just quickly ink some of these areas here. I'll ink along this middle seam, or not seam, fold. Oh dear. So today's grocery shopping day. I'm not a lover of grocery shopping day, so I'm kind of back to school today too, I think it is. We live right behind a high school, so yeah, that's going to be quite busy this morning. So I'll wait till all the kids are into school and then I will go and do my groceries. Now, it's at this time that I would want to sew. I can't sew on camera. But yes, I haven't been, which one? Oh, this one I did. I did sew around the acetate window in this one, but I think the acetate was shorter. It's very much dependent on your machine, whether your machine will go through acetate or not. Mine, I've just got a brand new machine, so I'm a little bit, don't really want to put it under too much strain at the moment. So this one I did sew around the front cover, and that's kind of what I would like to do. So normally I would sew around this edge and then I would open it up and sew around this edge as well. So I'll probably come back and do that afterwards. But I think for this one I'm going to keep it this way. And I've just got a whole heap of the fussy cuts from that uniquely creative cuts. And I've just picked a few that I like, just to do a bit of decoration. So I love that basket of flowers. We've got Bloom. Actually, I might do it this way, I'm thinking, because I think the words will fit in better. So I'm thinking I'll put Bloom on the inside like that. And then I love this basket of flowers, so we might put that one there. The Wellington boots, they're really sweet too, or the galoshes or gum boots. We call them gum boots here in Australia. And I love some little butterflies. Now this is something to be aware of. The mistake I did make on this one, which I didn't even think about until I was getting ready for this one, but when you flip it up, you can see the white behind in through the window. So if you had something that matched the front to the back, that would be a good idea. But I think today I'm going to just pop some cheesecloth in behind, just so that it kind of hides the white of those die cuts. Or alternatively, you could put your die cuts down onto some patterned paper and then recut them out, and then yeah, you'd have a pattern on the underside. So that's all option, but I'm just hoping that the cheesecloth will hide it a bit. So I'm thinking I'm going to do sort of something like that, and then we'll just see what it looks like with a bit of cheesecloth in behind it. I'm just going to sort of fold it up like that, just make it, oh, that might be a bit much. Just kind of fold it in the middle, pop it down like that, and then we can put our die cuts over the top. You'll still see them through the cheesecloth, but as I said, you can, there's a few options there if you wanted to hide the white. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue there, and I'm going to lay my cheesecloth onto that glue. And then I'm just going to do some inking and start to put these die cuts down. So I love the galoshes, gum boots. So I want to kind of put them there. Like about there. I just think they are so cute. And then I love this big basket of flowers, so we'll put that sort of there like that, just sort of overlapping the gum boots. Like about there. And then this little seed packet I think is just very cute. So I'm going to kind of, I don't know, do I want it under or over? I might try and tuck it underneath like about there. I could tuck it right under. About like there, let's say. Right under that bit of cheesecloth, like about there. Let's put a little bit more glue down behind this cheesecloth. It's, oops, lifting up. And then I think a couple of butterflies just sort of floating. So we'll put one there, and we can lift his wings up a bit. Like that, and another one kind of there like that, I think. And then once that's dry, we can lift those wings up a little higher. And for my inside, I love that word bloom, so I'm just going to give that some ink. And kind of position that where I think it might be right. Just kind of like there. So I'll just pop that one down. And once again, I'll just kind of about there, is it? That's good enough. And that is as easy as that is. It's just a bit of fun. They make lovely journal cards. They sit nicely inside of pockets. Or they could be really nice greeting cards. Now see this white part here, I'm not keen on that. So I might look to, I've got glue on that. I might look to cover that up on the inside, maybe at some stage. But I just think that is a really sweet little idea. As I said, beautiful for a greeting card, lovely for a journal card because you do have a lot of space to journal on that. It's a nice sturdy card because you've got the card base and then you've got double layers of your patterned paper, so it becomes quite a nice sturdy card. But yeah, just something, it's not new. There's a lot of this kind of thing on YouTube. So if you want some different ideas, just search window journal cards and you'll come up with a whole heap of ideas and different ways to do them. But because I do tend to have an excess of these greeting card blanks, I just thought I would use them with those. All right, everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you find that interesting and give it a go. Yeah, please stay safe and well, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.